Welcome to the DJN TV Chill Room Chat, your space to unwind and talk shop. This episode is sponsored by MadeByDJs.com, innovative tools designed specifically by DJs for DJs. DJEventPlanner.com, the industry standard for streamlining your business and booking faster. And DJRequests.com, the easiest way to manage your dance floor's vibe in real time. Support the show by using our Amazon affiliate link at djntv.com/Amazon. Now, let's get into the mix.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Tuesday Night Music Show, where sometimes we actually talk about music. Tonight, I want to go somewhere. Yeah, if we're lucky. Tonight, I want to go somewhere that Jay's going to love. And he's going to poke at me, and he'll probably guess where I'm going because he usually does, because he's so intuitive and in tune with what I'm going to talk about.
Prince.
So there you go. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. And the reason we're going to talk about Prince tonight is because I want to talk about something that's topical, and I want to talk about something that is really the thing that I've seen people talk about most musically so far this year, because of the Stranger Things episode, because of the When Doves Cry and Purple Rain thing that's in there. And if I just spoiled it for you, I apologize. But it's actually used very cool. I have seen so many people on social media and on YouTube reacting to Prince songs since this happened. It is the new thing. There's a new generation discovering Prince.
True.
Some young millennials, Gen Z, and Gen Y are like, wow, we knew about Michael Jackson, but we did not really know about this guy. And in all fairness, I get it. Didn't really see him in TV commercials. He wasn't exactly a family act like Michael Jackson was. He was a little different. So I thought, as music lovers and DJs, but music lovers first, maybe everybody in the room who experienced Prince from start to finish might help offer a roadmap for those who are just discovering Prince now, and maybe where you think people should go to explore this artist a little more and maybe understand him a little bit. Does that make sense for a show topic?
Sure.
Okay. And I don't want to monopolize this because I could totally do it, but let's not, and let's go to you guys and get your thoughts on what kind of roadmap might you suggest to somebody who's trying to discover this artist. Who would like to go first?
I say go with Jay, because, and then whatever time's left,
We'll all get a minute. We'll all get 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That sounds
No,
all
this
right.
is sadly, I don't have a ton on Prince. I really like Prince, but I'm going to be honest, especially in front of the Jedi Master of Prince. I got into Prince literally the track Head, Dirty Mind, when he first came out, and it was like, oh, this sounds like earlier music than now. It didn't sound like what was going on around it. And I'm like, then once I saw like Little Red Corvette video, I'm like, oh, that's a really cool quote.
Yeah.
So I genuinely got into, I think he had Lisa or Wendy. Who plays keys?
Lisa.
He had Lisa, and then the girl with blonde hair, not Wendy.
Jill Jones.
In the Little Red Corvette video.
Jill Jones.
And I'm like, oh, he's got like cute girls, and like everyone's dressed cool except for the doctor guy. That's kind of goofy. I don't know what that's all about. And then I went and saw Purple Rain, and I was like, okay, this guy's amazing. Like every drop of music in the movie Purple Rain is just next level, phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then I kept up with his career, and I regret that he played on Lansdowne at Avalon, and I was coming out of BCN at 6 a.m. and saw Prince on Anvil Road Cases going in, and was like, I wonder what that's all about. And like, I was asleep. 3 hours later, they announced, yeah, Prince is doing his brass bed set at this 1,500 person club with this big brass bed in the middle of it. I don't think you can argue against his talent, but I would suggest, I think his most friendly music is the Purple Rain soundtrack. I think it's a great place to start because you're going to hear a little bit of differences in his style, and then just sort of open your eyes and ears to what he has to offer. If you go to his early stuff, it's very funky, it's erotic. His later stuff, I still, in my top 10 songs, I think Money Don't Matter Tonight. It's a weird song, but God, it hits me the right way.
That one, yeah, that one was early 90s for him. So
Yeah.
that's a little later on in his, what I would consider his pop music career, where he
right. And it's just such a deep, deep track to me. It's just, it's so like raw.
That's a great song.
It's an amazing track for me. And if you stop along your journey and think, what did he do? He sang some stuff. Go to YouTube, look up Prince While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Yeah, there are a couple of great performances.
And you will be absolutely blown away by his musicianship and his talent. Or watch him on I don't remember which Super Bowl it was.
Yeah.
But he played the halftime set. He does a Foo Fighters track.
Yeah, he does All on the Watchtower, which is the Jimi Hendrix version of it, not the Dylan version.
Not the Dylan version.
He does Proud Mary, but the Tina Turner version.
Not CCR.
Yeah, he does a lot of cool stuff, plus his own stuff. So,
but yeah, he actually played a Foo Fighters track.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He was obviously.
And Dave Grohl said, "Yeah." He said, "What did you?" I heard Howard Stern asked Dave Grohl, "What do you think of that?" He's like, well, he did it better than we could ever do it. We didn't even like playing it anymore. It's kind of embarrassing. He did such a good job with it. He really did. He did a really because I'm not a Foo Fighters fan. I went back and listened to the Foo Fighters version. I'm like, I'm going to go back and listen to the Prince version instead. I like that better.
Yeah.
He really did a nice job with it.
I mean, I think the peak of it was he did Purple Rain and it started raining.
It was raining the whole time. He finished with Purple Rain.
Right, but it really poured on him, it seemed, during Purple Rain. Like it was almost like it was a plan.
It was awesome. Yeah.
No, Prince is a highly underrated musician who has an incredible catalog of great songs, and you would be well served to take a day or two and go through his catalog, and I think you'll find there's a lot of great tracks.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Eric, what do you got?
Look, you think of Prince, and if you're a true Prince fan like I am, and Brian, we'll go back to 1979. The song that put him on the map was "I Want to Be Your Lover."
Yeah.
I think that was, it was. I think I'd have to Google it, but I think it was like went 28 on the top 40.
Yeah, it wasn't real high on the pop charts.
Right.
I think it did really well on the R&B chart, but it broke the top 40. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's really, I think, where he got his stardom, right? Then they come out with Controversy in 81. I don't know why it took from 79 to 81.
Well, it was actually Dirty Mind first, then Controversy.
Was it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. See, you know him like a
true fan. True fan.
Right. I just remember Controversy, and then I Want to Be Your Lover, Then he comes out with 1999, right? The album in what, 82 is it?
Yeah.
That was huge. That was a huge album for him, But what you're talking about, Brian, is let's get a roadmap to him, right?
Yeah. For anybody who heard those two tracks as your things and are thinking to themselves, I kind of like these. What else is there?
So I'm going to go backwards on this. And a lot of people today are going to go, no, I'm going to go before 79 to Prince, right?
You can do that.
You want to get right. And I think a lot of people viewing this are going to go from today, how to get back to Prince, which I think is going to be difficult. And I'm waiting to hear everybody else's answers.
Sure.
Like, how do you go from today's stuff to
Well, today's stuff doesn't exist really because he's been dead
what?
for almost 10 years.
That's
But
my point. That's
right.
my
I
point.
mean, you could go back to his
So I'm hoping that some of these people were 70s listeners, right? And God, 70s was explosive, just like the 80s, really, if you think about it, right? You start thinking back, Bee Gees, right? And Bee Gees disco. Now, when Prince come out with I Want to Be Your Lover, do you think that could have been considered disco a little bit? Maybe,
it
right?
was
On the
R&B
fence.
funk. I mean,
Yeah,
disco is kind of a fluid term. I
yeah,
think we've discussed that before. I don't think
yeah.
disco has a rigid like discipline. It's just kind of dance music because Miss You by the Stones is not disco. Do You Think I'm Sexy, Rod Stewart is not disco. I don't even think Bee Gees are disco, but it's disco
You
friendly.
know what? You know what? Stones Miss You. I would kind of put that on the fence with disco a little
It's a
bit.
right,
It
it's a
was,
blues
yeah,
song, but
yeah.
it's got a 4/4 time
It
beat.
had
So
that beat. It
it's
had
disco
that
because it's
right.
got 4/4 time. I mean, come on,
No,
it's
but look,
weird.
The disco
think a
adjacent.
little bit ahead of
Yeah,
time
disco
with
friendly, but not
Disco.
necessarily disco.
think a little ahead of with Rolling Stones, Emotional Rescue in the 80s. That kind of had a disco feel too. I'm sorry.
It
It
was
was
kind of a
it
thing,
just
yeah.
kind of yeah, yeah. But to
What's it?
get from today's music back to Prince, I find that hard to
Well,
do.
I don't think that's necessarily what you'd have to. I mean, you do it however you want, but I'm
Yeah, yeah.
looking for the room's recommendations for anyone out there who's interested in exploring this.
Okay. See, I
I
thought long and hard from when you
just
started recording, and I'm trying to think like you want to get back to his roots, right?
well,
Kind of,
whatever
really?
you
Yeah.
suggest.
Yeah,
It,
yeah.
I think I'm leery of anybody losing interest because there's some Prince stuff that's stronger than others, and there's some stuff that I think is more fun than others. My personal tastes on it. I mean, as much as
Mm,
Jay likes to say I'm a super fan, I think I was on board with Prince for about the first 20 years.
mm-hmm.
And I was patient towards the end of that 20 years. And after that period ended, around the time the century started, I'd kind of tuned out. I really wasn't interested in much he had new to say, but I liked all
Mm,
the other stuff. But that was me. There are people who loved the stuff he was doing this century. I'm It's not one of those dudes. So I'm gonna have a little different perspective on it than others may have who are the super fan. They're gonna be listening to a lot of the stuff that I never even checked out. And I don't know if I will, but I really love the stuff that I love. I'm
Yeah, I
interested
think
in,
everybody in this room consider you a super fan, though,
I'm
of
not.
Prince.
I'm not. I'm a
You're
casual
not?
fan.
Oh,
No, no,
okay.
no. There
Yeah.
are people out there who
Well,
you make me look like a layman.
well,
I'm curious what
I'm a
Brian
super
K has to
fan.
say about this.
Yeah,
well,
me too.
Maybe a super
well,
fan. Same.
I knew of Prince in the '80s. That's when I started listening to him, and I knew of the Purple Rain and all that stuff, but I didn't really pay attention to Prince till the next year when Raspberry Beret came out.
Yeah.
And I
Another
just
great
the
song.
video. I love the video. That's what turned me on. Then I started going back from there, listen to his older stuff in detail. But Raspberry Beret is what I turned me on to Prince, actually.
That's the Around the World in a Day album. So
Mm,
that was the follow-up to Purple Rain, which a lot of people were kind of like waiting for Purple Rain Part 2, but that didn't happen. He said, "No, I want to do something
no.
different." And he did something different.
Was
And
that was that the only single off that album?
no, Pop Life was on there.
Oh, Pop Life. That's right.
And America was on there, which was it didn't chart very high, but it was there. Pop Life and Raspberry Beret were the two singles on there that I'm recalling off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Uh,
What album was Erotic City on?
well, that's interesting. Erotic City is not on an album. Erotic
It's
City
not?
is
No, it was a
it's
12, it
the
was a B-side.
B-side to Let's Go Crazy. Damon, take it away. What do you got? You got
Go
some
ahead.
insight
What
on
do you
this.
got, brother? Come on.
Okay. So I've been listening to Prince from the beginning, since like 1979. My very
hmm
first concert was a Prince concert.
Yes, it was.
It was the 1999 tour. That was like
Man.
1982. But like I said, he got so many great albums. And like one of my favorite albums is actually Dirty Mind, which Jay brought up,
Yeah.
And the track listing on that, I mean, it was just, first of all, in 80, when this album came out, I had no business listening to this as a kid. Okay, I'm just gonna put that out there. You had Dirty Mind, When You Were Mine, Do It All Night, but then you had Uptown Head, Sister, and Party Up. I mean, need I say more? A song called Head, we already know what that's talking about.
That was played like not ESPN, but I remember in Boston, like local sports
Yeah,
would play Head. They just wouldn't play the segment where he spoke
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
The
because the
intro or whatever.
music for it is so good. You're like, oh, this is totally great bumper music. I love. Oh, Head. Whoa,
Yep.
whoa.
And that was
Stop
it.
it before he says anything. Yeah.
Yeah, they stopped it.
Yeah,
The interesting
it's playing the Raiders this weekend. Like, whoa,
Right.
wait, what?
the interesting thing about the Dirty Mind album, I think, is he kind of coined well, I don't know if he coined it or Rick James coined it, but it was kind of this whole punk funk thing.
Rick James coined that term.
But Prince took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
Because if you go from the 1979 self-titled album with "I Want to Be Your Lover" on it, even production-wise, and then listen to Dirty Mind. Dirty Mind is raw.
Mhm.
It's a raw album. It's not these real complex compositions or crazy studio tricks. It's a very raw album, and he totally changed his look with more of a punk look. And the band went that way too. Jay was talking about the doctor, Matt Fink, and how he came up with that costume. I think it was during the Dirty Mind tour. Prince had this idea where he wanted everyone in the band to be a character, and Matt was like, I don't know. So he just happened to find some scrubs, threw it together, and put it on one night. And like, that's pretty cool. Just do that. That was the easy way out. He didn't have to, dress all, completely crazy like everybody else with tons of makeup and costumes and stuff. He kept it real simple.
Yeah. But like I said, that was probably my favorite album. But Prince was also a unique person. He actually threw some bags to some people, in need. They needed a song, some money. I mean, he let
Yeah.
George Clinton cover Erotic City. I mean, George was at a point where he wasn't really doing nothing, and it was just like, okay,
Yeah. Well, he
drop
brought him
this.
on for all that Graffiti Bridge stuff too. He's on the
Yeah.
Graffiti Bridge soundtrack.
Right.
I
But
think
then
it was the We Can Funk, I think, is the Clinton song on
Yeah.
there, isn't it?
I think so. But
Yeah.
then I'll probably have to say one of my favorite songs by Prince is Irresistible B. I just love I love that song. And if you guys don't know it, check it out after the show.
Yeah.
This is PG rated, yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to be nice,
He's
Yeah.
trying to be
Yeah, and
nice.
you are.
It won't last long, but he's trying.
I'm trying. Right. So go ahead, next.
John, you got anything?
Sure. We didn't get the first single from 79 out here as much as I think you guys did. But Dirty Mind is when I first heard Prince. Now, we're living in a world then, there was no music videos. There was really no context. All you had is what you heard.
Right.
And that was getting on the radio. I'd hear that, I was 10. It was like you hear it like 4 or 5 times a day.
Sure.
I'm like, oh, and it's nestled in between the stuff that was kicking in the 80s. It's in between Robert Palmer and bands like Sky and, Super Freaks happening. And like, all right, this kind of fits. And it was catchy. And then, we just jump a little bit ahead. We talked a little bit about Controversy being such a great song. But I think the first Prince record I bought was 1999 when that dropped. Because now you get the birth of MTV, see the artist, you see the experience, you're like, that's just it's a party song. That's a banger. It's a double album set, and that's not a disappointment either.
No.
So for someone to start early on, you get singles, but I think 1999 is when he first really blossomed, because you got Let's Pretend We're Married, you get Delirious, you get Red Corvette. There's just so much on that record, and it's all so different. It doesn't sound like the same. Like during that time, I'm listening to AC/DC records, and when you drop the needle from side 1 until the end of side 2, it's the same 3 chords in 10 songs.
That's right.
And everything sounds the same. And that's what that band sounds like. You couldn't do that with Prince, and that made him unique. Little Red Corvette.
That's a very good point.
Like DMFs are. It sounded nothing like
Yeah.
International Lover. And then the follow-up to when Purple Rain came out, I'm like, wow, this cat just keeps setting the bar higher and higher and higher. And you know the backstory, of course, to Purple Rain. He wrote something like 100 songs for that, and then had to filter it down to figure what was going to fit in the movie.
Yeah.
That's a good point,
That's
John.
kind of the culmination. So I'm between 1999 and you can't go wrong with getting Purple Rain as a first-time Prince listener.
Yeah.
Everything on that record is solid. I stayed with him till Around the World in a Day, then I kind of fell off. I did like Pop Life off that, and the single Raspberry Beret. Of course, I got some legs out of that. I kind of disappeared. Kiss came out. It was the single. I'm like, it's catchy, but it's slow. And I really didn't reconnect with Prince until New Power Generation, till Diamonds and Pearls and Cream and all that stuff hit. And that's a record you shouldn't overlook either, because grunge was just starting to hit. Because I had Green Day's Dookie, I had Offspring, and I had New Power Generation, and those were my cassettes for that era, right?
Yeah.
I would still play that cassette all the way through, and I probably still remember lyrics to the songs I haven't played in 25 years now. But giving that so much play, I'm like, okay, he's kind of back again, but it's different. It's not funky, because he's always evolving. He's kind of like the Bowie of R&B, because it's never
Very
the
much.
same, but it's always good, and it's not necessarily in line with what the trend of the music is doing. And I think up until that point, and then he gets a little avant-garde and gets a little weird. But for I say anyone getting started, look at the early singles, but definitely invest some time in the tracks on 1999. It's double record sets, a lot of material. Purple Rain, and then maybe dig in a little deeper for some of the outtakes that didn't make it to Purple Rain. Some of the
and it's all out there on
like
YouTube.
17 Days is a great song that I'm surprised never ended up. It's probably on the expanded release of
it's on the hits and the
Rain.
B-sides. Because it was a B-side
he just had
of
some
something.
stuff.
I don't remember what it was a B-side of. I think it was a B-side off of something off of Around the World in a Day, wasn't it?
I think it's older. I think it might have been on the When Doves Cry 12 on the flip. I think
to look that up. I can't remember.
But 17 Days is a track. And I mean, that's the kind of stuff I think for someone that's just getting started, it's like, what was Prince all about? And then you could follow him upwards to the Super Bowl and all through like the Batman stage and whatever else. But music was evolving so quickly. We were all trying to keep track of 100 things, and I don't want to say he got lost in the shuffle, but after Purple Rain, I don't think he ever really hit that level of relevance again.
No, skip that. He did the Batman soundtrack. I mean, you can't get more relevant than that.
No, that was cool. That was cool. Yeah,
It gets dismissed, but it was so
he's no Kenny Loggins, but all right, he can get a song.
He's not Kenny Loggins.
No, I'm all right. Let's get Footloose. Yeah, he wasn't quite the soundtrack guy, but that's kind of my thing. So it's great that Stranger Things has opened some awareness. I'm starting to do reviews, and I'm curious, since I think unless Tom's going to go with some.
I'd like to hear what Tom has to say.
But when it comes back around to you, is what songs are they reacting to, and what are you getting out of it?
Yeah.
Can't hear you, Tom. Your microphone must not be turned on.
It's saying he's not muted.
It's saying he's not muted, but something's not plugged in because I can't hear it.
Tom, we can't hear you, brother.
Nothing. No audio, Tom.
Nothing.
Is he talking to us?
Maybe he's not. Okay, so I'll go.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. So, trying to have empathy for the audience, like you do, where
Still going.
He's
still going.
He's still going. So, if we start at what you heard on Stranger Things, if this was your gateway drug into this really weird rabbit hole of this artist you really didn't hear anything about, you've got the Purple Rain album. So that would be a really good starting point, I think. If you are enjoying that, then start exploring some of that B-side stuff. Like John and Damon mentioned earlier, or I think actually Eric and Damon mentioned earlier, Erotic City, which is the B-side to the 12-inch of Let's Go Crazy. Now, those of us who were DJing back in those days know that song was a staple for at least 10 years.
Easily.
At clubs and bars and stuff, it was, you just played it. I kind of miss having it like there, ready to go every night, because that was a good one, and it got a great crowd response. It's probably the most danceable track on all of the stuff that says Prince on it from that era is Erotic City. There's other
Possibly.
things.
Yeah.
I think so. If you really like the Purple Rain sound, don't sleep on bands like The Time,
Mm.
because that's
Oh.
actually Prince too. It says The Time on it, but he wrote, produced, and played all that stuff. So the Time album, Ice Cream Castles, was the same era, and you should check that out. Something else you should have a look at is artists like Sheila E. Tracks like The Glamorous Life and The Belle of St.
I
Mark and
love Sheila E. Yeah.
Strawberry Shortcake. That's all kind of the same time frame. There was a deal with Warner Brothers where it's like, okay, you can only do an album a year. So he's like, well, can I produce for other people? We're like, oh yeah, absolutely. So he would sneak in all these albums every year under other names of artists. And, he may call it The Time or Sheila E. or whatever. It's all his stuff. He's playing all this stuff. In fact, you can even hear his lead vocals on some of that stuff if you listen really close. So that's a place you can start. I'd also highly recommend you watch the movie Purple Rain. It's a period film. It's probably the best rock and roll movie I think I've ever seen. I've got it memorized. I'm a little biased. I dig it. He's not a great actor, but it's a very fun movie. But beyond that, if you want to go further, if you want to go beyond this whole When Doves Cry Purple Rain thing, I think I would go back, but I would only go back to my favorite Prince album, which is the one previous, 1999. This is a double album. There's a lot of material there. Every song on this album is like what you might consider the 12-inch version of a song, although there were 12-inch versions of all these songs that were longer than the album versions, but they're all long versions of songs. And it's so good. I don't think it's a bad track on 1999. It's a great album. And I would highly
but back then, even the album tracks, Brian, right? What you're referring to,
yeah,
were probably as long as the 12-inch, right?
Almost.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so the version of Little Red Corvette on the album is what, a 6-minute track?
Right.
There's a longer version of that on the 12-inch.
Probably
it goes a minute or two longer than that.
Yeah.
It's crazy how some of these things just go and go and go and go. There are some tracks on there that never had 12-inch versions of songs. And so that's what you get. But I mean, it's all there. It's a great album. It's very different in a lot of ways than Purple Rain. So if you think about Purple Rain, this is superstardom. I've got a movie deal with Warner. I got this album. I have all these artists that I'm doing records with. Before that, 1999, he was not a superstar yet. When he recorded this album, he was not a superstar yet. He had experienced some success, but he was not on top of the mountain yet. So he does this album, and it's absolutely incredible. So I think you're seeing an artist who has had time to develop as an artist, and finally they're doing what I think might have been up to that point their opus. This is it. This is the truth.
You think that's what put Prince on the map at that point?
I absolutely believe that album put Prince on the map. That he was a household name after Little Red Corvette in 1999. Everybody knew who he was. It was the MTV thing as well. But yeah, I mean, the guy is just amazing on that album. Every song, a lot of them are very personal. And the only thing consistent you'll hear from probably the 1999 album through maybe the Parade album is the sound of the Linn drum. That's just a consistent thing that you're always going to hear on all of these albums. But I mean, if you're interested in artist development, yeah, go back to Head and I Want to Be Your Lover and The Dirty Mind and even The Controversy, because you can see growth, and it's very interesting. But if you are just kind of interested in the vibe you heard in the Stranger Things, if you want to stick around that universe, that would be my recommendation. Once you get into Around the World in a Day, it's a very different vibe. I like the Parade album. I like a lot of stuff, but I was ready for the next thing. But just exploring, what's going on there, that's, I think, where I would go. That's the cool pocket. And that's just my opinion.
Can I just add
Of course. We
maybe
have
two
plenty
things?
of time.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. No, but
Plenty of time.
I look, Prince not only recorded things, but he also wrote things for other
Yeah.
artists.
Yes, he did.
And again, this is another way to get on that roadmap. Like he wrote Nothing Compares to You for Sinead O'Connor.
Actually, he
And
wrote that for
For
his band,
himself.
family. He wrote
okay,
it for
but
family.
Sinead O'Connor recorded
She
it, right?
redid it several years later.
Okay.
So when I was talking
See?
about how he was
Yeah.
doing his stuff, but under other artist names, the family was
Mhm.
one of those things, and that was St. Paul Peterson and Jerome was in there, and Eric Lees was in there, and Wendy's sister was in there too. Sarah Coleman was in there. And that's actually a Prince album, but those are the players that they put on the album
Yeah.
cover and the ones who played live. So Nothing
So
Compares to You
Sinead
was on that
O'Connor's actually
album.
one that brought it to the
Sinead
charts, right?
O'Connor
Basically.
remade it. Yeah.
She did, yeah. I
So
thought that was interesting. And another song that I love that he wrote, and it wasn't until I don't know, just a few years back even that I didn't realize he wrote it. It was for the Bangles, Manic Monday.
why Manic Monday doesn't sound like anything else the Bengals ever did. Because that's a Prince.
No,
Yeah.
I know, but when you hear the Bangles, you wouldn't think Prince if you were just listening to it.
No, no.
No.
He didn't produce it. He didn't play on it, but he wrote it and he
Yeah,
gave it
no,
to
I
Stevie.
thought that was great.
There's
That
he
was
did sing
just
it. There's a copy of him singing it with the family also.
really.
Yeah.
Is there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Manic Monday?
Yeah. I have
I'd
a
like
copy.
to
family?
hear that if you
Yeah.
can find it. Yeah.
Huh.
I've never heard
I've heard the
him
demo
do
of
that.
it. I've heard him do the demo of it with, I think, Apollonia. I think he was going to give it to her.
Didn't he do something with Stevie Nicks?
Yes. Well, sort of. The story is that Stevie Nicks tells is that she got married and she was driving back to LA or back into California, whatever. They had the radio on and she hears this song Little Red Corvette on the radio. She freaks out, tells her new husband to pull over so she can buy this album and puts it into the cassette player and is listening to it and pulls out a scrap of paper and starts writing alternative lyrics to it because she just loves this melody and harmony to the song, but she's got different lyrics. So she goes into the studio, Sunset Sound, I believe.
Yeah.
There, and she's got her band in there and they're doing this thing and they get stuck. They're not sure exactly how to do it. So she calls somebody and says, look, I'm trying to do this song. I'm basing it off of Little Red Corvette. It's kind of a Little Red Corvette part 2, but I'm kind of lost as well. Let me get you Prince's number. It was like, okay, whatever. So she gets the number and she calls the number and he answers right away. It's like, hello. And it's like, Prince, this is Stevie Nicks. Hello, Stevie Nicks. This is Prince. And she says, look, we're working on this project right now. And this is what we're doing. And I hope you're okay with it, but we're kind of stuck. So well, I'll be there in 15 minutes. He was right down the road. He had a house there. Showed up in his full garb and laid down all that cool keyboard stuff that you hear on the album right in the chorus. That's him playing. And he bugs out. She never sees him again. So the album always had him credited for, who wrote the song.
But what track?
Stand Back.
Mhm. Yeah.
Stand Back. So
That's
he
what
Correct me if I'm
does
wrong.
sound like Red Corvette.
It does. It's
And-
the same thing. If you play them on top of each other, it's scary.
yeah.
Same thing.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Brian. And if anybody in this room, you would know.
Mm.
Didn't during the 2004 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, didn't Prince do a guitar solo for a Beatles song? Do you remember that?
I
If
don't-
I had said this on the same show you're in, like earlier.
What?
I don't remember the year.
You already
Jay
said
mentioned
it.
a lot
Jay
later than
mentioned
that.
it before.
Yeah, he did
Yeah.
my guitar gently weeps.
That's
It was
it.
the George Harrison tribute.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know that
all
it
right.
was Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but it was a George
It was Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
tribute from his son.
I don't
It
know the
was
year though.
okay.
Yeah.
He did it with Tom Petty and Jeff
Yep.
Lynne.
It was the
And-
year they were inducting George Harrison,
Yeah.
and they wanted all George Harrison related artists on stage to do the tribute at the end.
Yeah.
But traditionally, the tributes actually where they bring in all the inductees to play. But a lot of people got snubbed that year because his Harrison's widow had a different idea of how this should go down. So it kind of became a thing because Prince was inducted that year, and long story short, he got on, kind of had something to prove, didn't
Oh,
sing,
yeah.
but he played that solo at the end, and it's good. But quite honestly, I mean,
He's
it's
done
neat
better.
to watch. But I've heard better stuff from Prince. I really have. So if you
It's the
enjoy that,
performance, not the playing.
yeah,
Because
you're
what
right.
he's playing is not difficult. It's
No.
not amazing.
No, but
No,
it's
but
still a
it-
big
it's-
honor for him, I believe.
It's cool
to-
that he's jamming
know,
it though.
yeah.
I like
Yeah.
that part of it.
But it's just that he does it in a way where he completely takes over the
He
stage.
steals the show with it. Yeah.
100%.
Not even
And
his
I'm
best
sorry,
playing.
Jay.
Yeah.
That's all it would have taken, probably is that he heard the whispers backstage. Hey, it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What's Prince doing here? It's like, oh, okay, it's on.
Oh, he was
So hit
inducted
the
that
stage.
year.
Yeah.
And I'm
He got
sorry,
it.
Jay, if you had brought this up earlier.
No, that's
You did.
okay. But it's one of those things that
No,
just
because
blocked
I've
me
learned to
1,000
block
times
you out.
just for that reason.
I've learned to block you out when you talk.
I don't blame you. Well,
I'm sorry to
I
hear
mean,
what you're
I
saying
love you.
because I'm not paying attention to you.
No. To Eric's credit, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is traditionally shown 8, 9 at night. I mean, so far past his bedtime that
Oh, shut up.
The good thing we can stream now whenever it's convenient for us. Like 9 in the morning after we've taken our pills.
yeah.
Yeah, give me my pills.
Eric calls lunch.
It's worth a watch, definitely. I mean, it's
You get up at midnight, 9 a.m.'s lunch.
The thing
I
that-
get up at midnight. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
The thing that strikes me funny is so many people have said the exact same thing, and they're trying to make the same comparisons. And that is, oh, when he does that high yelp sound, it's kind of like Michael Jackson. And every time I hear it, I cringe. Because if you were there, this was two separate things. They weren't even kind of adjacent.
No, they
I
were
was-
close.
I was thinking what an analogy that this might be. It would be kind of like, I guess, if you had seen a deer run in front of a car before and you knew what a deer looked like. And then all of a sudden, one day, for the first time, you saw a horse. You thought, oh, that's like a deer. Not really. Sometimes they're the same similar color and they both have 4 legs, but that's kind of where the similarities end with this.
He was a victim of circumstance because of Michael Jackson's fame.
Well, yeah, and
Writers tend to want to give you an idea by going, oh, it's a lot like
right.
fill in the blank of whatever
It's
art.
what they have reference to, but once you dive into it, you kind of say, okay, well, this
It's
is
not
different.
the same.
It's not
Yeah.
the same. And it's not a substitute for. It's very different.
and it's not a level playing
good.
field either because Michael had been around since Motown and he was a kid
Right.
artist, and Prince didn't have that luxury, so he had to
Michael's
catch up,
savvy.
Mm.
The other thing about Michael, and I may have mentioned it earlier, but I mean, he was family friendly for the most part. I mean, little kids loved him and grandparents loved him. Where I think Prince was kind of like maybe just preteen until you're like
Yeah.
maybe in your 20s and your party stage. That was his
That's a
demographic
good
that he was
point.
shooting at. It wasn't this big
Yeah.
broad range like Michael was shooting. Because he went into sex a lot, and then he go into religion, which
because
is weird, and
Michael started out when he was what, 6, 7,
5,
I guess.
6, something like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
He's tiny. What are you laughing about, Damon?
Damon's cracking up over there. What?
Because we just talked about Michael being a kid, and all of a sudden you brought it back up.
I didn't. Brian did.
First
Wait,
the guitar
wait.
solo, now this.
Oh,
I love you, Eric.
Yeah, he's gonna say next thing Prince got this Purple Rain record that ain't bad.
no, I was just commenting on Brian.
What about that Chapeau song he had?
Did you hear that Stranger Things had 2
Chapeau, I
songs
love
from
that
Prince in it?
track.
I haven't even heard of Stranger Things, but I'm here. Whatever. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
When
it's all-
AARP celebrates it, then I'll give it some credence.
Look, mention your
Oh man.
sponsors before this thing is all screwed up.
I'm
Okay?
sorry.
Yeah.
Forgive
Well,
me.
we got time. We're okay. We can let that go. We got DJ Lynn
Prince,
playing.
that thing he did with Benny Goodman was amazing.
Yeah.
Oh God! See, this is
Okay.
why I don't usually attend these shows.
All right, so let's go around the room. Everybody name off their favorite Prince song. I mean,
Okay, I love that idea.
hard.
Go.
Yeah. Wow. All right, Eric, why don't you go? Favorite Prince
No,
song.
there are so many, but top of my head, I'm going to go with "Take Me With You." Period.
Nice.
Great song.
Good song.
Yeah.
Okay. Brian K, what you got?
Hurry up.
Probably Delirious.
Ooh, nice.
Oh
Well
my
played.
yeah.
Well
God!
played.
I wasn't expecting that.
Well
Great
played.
track.
Great song.
Yep.
Okay. John C.
I'd probably stay on 1999 too. I guess I'll just have to say let's pretend we're married just because I like the groove,
Yeah.
and
Nice.
All right.
I just think that's kind of what he was all about, coming from the funk. And I mean, you can hear a lot of Parliament in him, and you can hear a lot of Sly Stone in him, and just that's kind of where I'm at. So.
Yeah. That's
Jay?
a gem.
What do you have?
Mhm.
Me?
Yeah, Jay.
You're the only Jay.
I got to preface this real fast. Sitting in the theater watching Link, as I call him, Prince's dad in Purple Rain,
Yep.
play the piano.
Yes.
I wanted so bad to hear that song that ended up years, decades later, being Father's Song, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
Which is a kickoff from Computer Blue. That's my fave.
Yeah, it's the solo.
Yes.
Yeah, just
Okay.
so beautiful.
All right. Red, what you got?
If I were to be 100% candid about it, I mean, I love a lot of it for different reasons, but if I had to pick one, you gotta say
One
Little Red
only.
Corvette.
Which
Little
one?
Little Red Corvette.
Nice.
It's
Oh
so
God,
good.
I love it.
Nice.
I love
It's
it.
and it's
Yeah.
so personal. It's textured, and no, it's not particularly a dance song. But it is and it isn't. I don't know, but it's just a good song. It's a very well crafted song. And
Mhm.
I mean, I had heard "I Want to Be Your Lover," but that's the one that just grabbed me. That's the one when I first heard, I'm like, what is this? Who
I
is
loved
this?
it. Yeah, yeah.
He pulls you
pulled
in
me
on
in.
that.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Well, like I said, for me, Irresistible Bee is probably one of my favorite songs by him. But if I'm gonna dip away from that one, DMSR. I mean, Dance Music Sex Romance.
Isn't it weird how we all kind of went to 1999 on that?
You know?
It's weird.
Except for Eric
Yeah. I mean, but
Well,
I have other
and
ones too. Like you
Jay.
said, it's hard to narrow it down to just one.
You see how you see how Jay, see how he's like getting rid of us, Jay,
Well,
because we both want. Yeah,
If you
Yeah.
asked me for a second one, it would be off Purple Rain. But I mean,
I was going to say we
you
went
can't
for the
discount
two albums that are
1999.
back to back, though.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. What's
Yeah.
your favorite song off of Purple Rain?
Me?
Well, I would
Anybody.
say, go ahead, anybody, go.
Oh man, on Purple
Or
Rain.
off of those sessions, Jay's already going Father's Song.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
that counts.
Computer Blue.
Ooh, Computer was so.
By the way,
that's-
Tom did, Jamin, Tom said P Control.
Oh.
That's off of
Yeah.
a different album.
It'd
but
rather
that's
be the
okay.
Pearl.
We're still talking.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
want him involved.
That's Gold Experience. It's about 10 years later. No.
Oh,
Off
oh
of
man.
Purple Rain, I'd go with just the energy of Baby I'm a Star. It's just like,
Yes.
man, talk
Great
about
track.
lighting it up. That's just, you know,
Yeah.
that's
I've
hitting all of
already said "Take Me With You," but if I
Yes.
had a second choice on that album, I'm gonna go with "Computer Blue." Sorry.
Great song.
Yeah.
Brian, you got one?
Oh, from Purple
From
Rain.
Purple Rain, yeah.
Purple Rain. Yeah.
I'd go just with the title track for Purple Rain.
I'm gonna go The Beautiful One.
Really? Yeah.
That's me.
Which one? Okay.
The Beautiful One's
Yeah.
my favorite song off that album.
It's a great track.
Yeah.
There's no bad song there. If you
And
don't
it
know
was
the
never a
sound,
single. It was just never even kind of a single.
but it's just not a bad song.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful
Is it
song.
I Want You?
Yeah,
The
that's
one like the first time we see Apollonia in the club,
yes.
Yep.
and he
With
just
with
kills
With
her.
Morris, yeah.
with Morris.
He kills her
Yeah.
with that.
Do you want
Like,
him or do you want me? Because I want you. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
kills her. Oh my God, so emotional.
No, but
It's
look,
just a
But
neat
I would
song.
have to go with the energy from Let's Go Crazy. I mean,
Oh,
Oh,
I
great.
love the
talking
12-inch
about
of that.
Purple Rain
Yes.
still.
Yeah. Let's Go Crazy on Purple Rain.
yeah.
Mm.
I mean, that energy, that song, just like it just had me from beginning to end. So,
Yeah.
That's a rock song, by the way.
oh,
Don't confuse it. I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
it's crazy.
got
Yeah,
dancers
yeah.
for it. Was very popular to play at the club, but that's a rock and roll song with guitar solos and yeah, it's a great track. And you've got a great flip side on that one too. If you
I
get
just got a
solos.
text from Tom. I'm not sure if I know this track off Purple Rain. He likes take off your pants and jacket.
Shut up.
Could have very well been a Prince song. He would
Yeah.
write something like that.
I mean, this whole rabbit hole can go very deep for you, and I know most people
Yeah.
probably won't go that deep, but if you're curious,
I think that's a Prince song. This could go very deep for you.
it probably is.
That could be too.
At least a lyric, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if we open up his vault, I'm pretty sure we could find that song. I mean,
Oh, it's probably there.
Yeah.
yeah.
And
He's
he had
written it.
some-
You just haven't heard it. That should be the logo at Paisley Park. He's written it. You just haven't heard it.
That's exactly
Okay,
it.
here let's do another round since we're playing
Oh,
around
no.
like this. What's and you can just say whatever it is. What's the most interesting song title from Prince that you can think of, or the most unusual song title?
Ronnie Talked to Russia.
I was gonna say that. Ronnie Talked to Russia. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, during the Reagan administration, got a political track.
Yep.
That's an
probably one of
interesting one.
the most interesting one.
Yeah. I got a backup though, don't worry.
Oh, I'm pretty sure you do.
Anybody else got an interesting title from a Prince song they'd like to
Yeah,
share?
not too many people write songs about lady cab drivers. We didn't talk about that.
No.
Oh, God, he just stole mine.
Can you
Damn
take
it,
me
John.
for a ride? Yeah. Oh, good song. Also a good song.
All right.
Get off.
Yes. Not the first time that's been used as a song title either. Because Foxy did that one, but
Foxy.
it's spelled different.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
that's right.
Back to the beginning. I haven't heard a lot of songs just titled Head.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the Monkeys had one, didn't they?
The Monkeys.
They had a movie.
They had a movie called Head. Was there a song as well?
I don't know. I'd have to go
I
back.
don't know there was a song, but there was a
67.
movie.
There was a movie. I just don't know if they had a track.
Yeah. You got one, Eric?
Well,
It-
what are you
it's-
thinking?
wait, who's next? Go ahead.
You.
Come back to me.
You're next.
Well, I mean,
I pass and I'll come back. All right, I'm
Well,
thinking.
it's back to you
Yeah.
again. You're the
Oh.
only one left.
Tom is talking
What?
about Whitesnake. He said slide it in.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a really good one.
Has any of the DJs, anybody ever panicked when you're trying to search for I Would Die For You and you're trying to remember if it's numbers and
See,
letters? And you're like,
fucking-
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
John keeps stealing my shit. Go ahead. Who-
Is it a four?
Hey.
Damn it.
We lost the
It's a
PG
PG
rating.
rating.
That's it. I will never be on PBS now.
We lost the
See,
G rating now.
I
Yeah.
was doing my best to keep it clean.
You
I
know?
said Eric has
You're
to
not on
mess it up.
Omaha Beach, okay? Just bring it
All
down.
right, I got one.
Go for it.
Cream. Because that could go no matter how, if you got a dirty mind. Look at
do you
Brian's
mean?
over there drinking. Yeah, cream, period. That
I don't
title.
get the dirty part.
Well, since Eric already screwed it up for everybody,
I don't.
I'm just gonna
get
go.
the dirty.
I'm just gonna go pussy control.
Oh,
See-
I just said peek
Oh,
and
see,
drill.
and you
Ah,
guys
good
are yelling
there.
at me.
Wow.
You guys are yelling at me.
Well,
for
Eric
that.
already screwed it
Brian
up,
took
so
off the
why
jacket
not?
tonight.
Right.
Blame it on Eric. Yeah.
Like Howard Stern said with the match game, blank Willow,
Yeah.
blank
Blank
Willow.
Willow.
Irresistible
Yeah.
blank.
Match game.
Right.
irresistible blank.
or you can go "Jack You Off," which is another Prince song. Yeah.
Oh my God! All right, all right, all right. Cut it now.
These
Cut it now. They're
that's a
gonna
legit
shut
song.
this
Though.
Hey, it's
video
putting it
down.
on the record. It's putting it on the record.
That's
That
a
track,
legit song.
He's as nasty as he
track-
wants to be.
Wrong
was a
number.
solid.
Wrong
That track
number.
was a solid
Wrong
club
number.
player for a while. Like people really wanted to hear that in clubs.
Yeah.
And
I don't
played
think
it
I've
a
ever
lot.
heard it ever.
Oh,
Seriously.
I wouldn't say it's a great song, but I mean, compared to the rest of his songs, but it's interesting. It's one of his 90s tracks off the Gold Experience. And people really liked it. And they wanted to hear it. And it got a lot of play in the mid 90s.
Much like Erotic City, right?
Uh,
DJ started playing that B-side and it caught on. Right?
radio stations started playing that B-side. That's where I first heard it.
Yeah. Really?
What's this on? Oh, not the album.
Yeah.
He didn't want that sticker. That's why. I want that sticker on my record. Please, Pierre.
Actually,
that was before that.
Yeah, that was before the sticker.
By the way,
Darling Nikki's on the Filthy 15.
Prince, Darling Nikki.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's got to be one of my favorites by him.
It's a great track. Actually, you know what?
Personal reasons.
Yeah. Brian, but I think they do a good version of Darling Nikki.
Yeah.
I've heard it. Yeah, I've heard that. And I think that's why he did the best.
Bad.
Okay, so here's a funny thing about Darling Nikki, and I know Jay can attest for me with this.
Oh, yeah.
But us DJs who worked in Gentlemen's Club, the dancers used to try to fight over who get the dance of that song.
Oh my God.
Because you had to show up if you danced to that. Yeah.
Now the real funny part about this, and it's very easy to figure out today, a lot easier than it was back in the old timey days. What's interesting about Darling Nikki is at the very end of the song, there's a backwards message.
Yes.
And for a long time, people didn't know what it was because there was this whole thing going on with backwards messages in Beatles songs or Ozzy songs. And it was all satanic stuff. So Prince had a little fun with this. And the message is something like, "Hello, how are you? Fine, fine, because I know the Lord is coming soon." That's the backwards message in the song. So
I've always tried to figure out the magazine part, just like that had to be painful. But if you know.
What was that, Eric?
Did Prince have a religious background?
Yeah, he was very religious.
Yeah. Okay.
And he
Jehovah's Witness at the end.
At the end, yeah. He was
Jehovah,
yeah. Well, Larry Graham from Graham Central was Jehovah's Witness and kind of got Prince on board with it. But before that, I mean, he was always in his music. If you listen to it, it's always back and forth between sex and religion, or sex.
Always sex, yeah.
So, but a lot of spirituality too. So he's all over the place. I mean, the song "Baby I'm a Star." Oh no, I'm sorry. "I Would Die for You."
Yeah.
If you listen to that song,
not "I Would Die for You." It's a religious song.
It's Jesus.
Yeah, all day.
He's like something Jesus would say to somebody, and it's like the words of Jesus is what that's the whole song.
Yeah.
But it's sandwiched in between, in the movie Darling Nikki and these other songs that aren't exactly.
He's at his redemption phase by that point. So at the end of the movie,
towards the end,
come out of the cloud and he's okay now. He's going to be all right.
Now, can I give you one last question to go around the room?
Sure, Eric.
Look, it's your show, Brian.
I'm inviting you. Yes, please.
Should I have my hips?
What? Jay, go ahead, you smart ass. Now that we already broke the PG rule.
Here we go. The gloves
Go on.
No. What is in your years of DJing, number one floor packer for Prince? I'm curious. We all have that one go-to Prince song if we want to pack the floor.
You're right.
What is it?
If you only count Prince songs where Prince is
just Prince, that's it.
Yeah. And no songs that he wrote for other people or whatever. And we're looking at this as a whole, like from the time it came out to today.
Yeah.
It would be Kiss.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one.
However,
that is beautiful.
However,
I'd say
if you're talking about just energy songs where when you were in that moment, they were the hottest tracks,
Erotic
I got to
City.
give it to Erotic City.
You know, Brian answered twice. That ain't fair.
No, well,
No, but he's right. We all would have said the same thing. I guarantee.
I'm only
around,
kidding,
That's
dude.
the question.
Yeah.
Like, okay, it's Kiss.
Always.
No one
They
said,
always
"That's
ask for that.
Erotic City." I'm like, oh, that's Erotic City.
I do believe a lot of us are going to say Kiss, right? For
Well, what
right,
else got
that was
traction?
always the go-to, right?
What
Okay,
else got
I-
traction?
no. Well, you got to look at it
Let's
this way.
Go Crazy, I think, in my opinion, had a lot of traction.
It's hard to dance
Damon,
to.
You can't really dance.
Yeah,
but
it's
still,
definitely-
it's still. Go ahead,
matter.
Damon.
No,
Yeah.
I will agree. Kiss worked for a long time in certain clubs for me. Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, if I'm doing the average top 40 club, Kiss worked for a long time.
Absolutely.
When I crossed the street and played the other clubs, Kiss did not work at all. You know, even though it was a good song, it just didn't work. And Erotic City worked a hell of a lot better than
Yeah.
Kiss did in that club. So, I mean, yeah, certain areas Kiss worked for me, certain areas Kiss did not work for me. So,
When I first heard Kiss, I had no idea it was Prince. Didn't sound like Prince. Didn't sound like the type of thing you do.
It kind of did sound like him, but
Mhm.
when you heard the voice, you knew it was him, right?
No.
I mean,
No.
no.
No, in fact, if I remember right, it came out the same time that Duran Duran's Notorious came out. And they had a track on there called Skin Trade. It's the only song that I can remember Simon Le Bon doing a falsetto on. And I was convinced that whoever sang Skin Trade also sang Kiss because it sounds almost exactly the same. And that was Simon Le Bon, which obviously this was not Simon Le Bon. Who the hell is this? Oh my God, it's Prince, really? The other songs that got traction for me for Prince over the years, over time.
Right.
I mean, Get Off did very well when it was hot.
Get Off worked.
It did very well.
I don't think I've ever threw that track down ever.
Blood Mary.
I don't. Yeah.
There was a time. There was a moment in time where that was a really good one to put on. Housequake
It's not the
was an interesting
Foxy
one too for a
Get
while.
Off, right? No.
No.
I mean,
no.
Track.
no. Yeah.
Track. Damon, did you ever do Housequake?
Yes, I did. And worked on one side of the street, didn't work on the other
No,
side.
on the other side of the street. Yeah, well, the same thing here. Yeah.
So-
Housequake did really well. What else? Boy. Well, of course, we mentioned P Control before. There were others, but I mean,
When I said let's go crazy, I'm talking at a wedding. It always worked for me. If you want to go nightclub, God, you could do Erotic City, like Damon said, or just a regular, say you're at a birthday party, 1999 is going to work.
1999 is a
matter
good one
what.
too.
Yeah.
Right.
I think 1999 would probably actually be my number 2 now that I think about it.
Really? Yeah.
Either
No,
Kiss or 1999 at
1999.
most
Yeah.
events. Yeah.
John, what do you got?
The last Prince song I think I played in public, I was at, it was kind of a 90s vibe with 90s like rap, but not hardcore rap, but it had rap flow. And I played I'd Rather Be the Pope, and it just sat right in nicely between like Heavy D and the stuff that I was dropping that night. I'm like,
You guys are throwing tracks I never heard or played ever.
You don't know the Pope?
Rather be
No,
the Pope.
I don't. I've
You
never
could be the
heard
president.
of
I'd rather be the Pope. It
It's
was
just-
a new
it's a
track
vibe.
on his there were 2 new tracks that I remember on the hits and the B-sides when it came out. One of them was Pope and the other one was Peach. So you probably never heard it.
No,
Peach
but
is a
these
funny song,
probably
too.
were never released, right?
They're
right?
on the hits and the B-sides, but I have
Yeah,
singles for both
yeah.
of them, but they never did anything. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
There's some cool remixes
Interesting.
of Pope,
Just
though, that are
for
pretty
the
cool.
zone I was in, it made sense for the vibe. I'm like, that's going to be the right Prince song that fits in here. That no one,
Yeah.
That's
I was like,
cool.
is this
Yeah.
Prince? You got a lot of that. And I was
Right,
like,
right.
yeah.
And that's fun to do. Yeah.
Now, I will say, of course, in the year 1999, that December of 1999,
Crazy.
we wore that song out. We wore
Yeah, that
song
was
out.
old school, right? Back.
Yeah. What song you playing at midnight? Gee, I don't know.
Oh, yeah, Love Shack.
Yeah.
That song
No.
for
We're waiting
years.
for all the computers to shut down, the lights to
Yeah,
turn
we had the
on, and
Y2K issue
Yeah.
too.
Something from
Yeah.
Steve Miller. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
That whole Y2K was like, all right, let's
You
just
know,
play this and end the night off
you
with
know
this.
what to do. Yep.
Yeah.
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 As soon as the computer shut down, here we go.
First and
Yeah,
last
they
song.
all went out and bought potty and meat, water, filled their bathtubs up, Y2K, but
Right.
I see the scroll on the side of the screen. It looks like
what do
DJ
you
Wolf
got?
Planner is still sponsoring this broadcast,
Whoa.
especially after what happened last time. I can't believe they're doing it.
It's
The
a
No.
DJ
shame.
Wolf Planner
Yeah.
is still paying the bills here.
They're
Well,
better than
well,
us.
after
They
this
are-
one, they're not going to.
Yeah, Troy's a much better person than I
After
am.
tonight, maybe not. We'll see. But
That's
Well,
Tom's fault.
It could be, but yeah, I urge you to go to the description of this video and have a look at DJ Vin Planner and check out their
yes.
website. Because
Yeah.
I want to thank them for being one of our channel. I think we all want to thank DJ Vin Planner for
Yeah.
being crazy enough to sponsor this show. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Really do appreciate
and if you
it.
heard some songs mentioned on here that you are not familiar with, check them out.
Yeah.
And
YouTube
put
is
it
your
in
friend.
the comments below.
Yeah. Don't play
please.
sister in front of your parents.
Yeah.
No, some of the stuff, stick to your personal listening devices unless you're with some
And
really close
Darling
friends.
Nikki.
Earbuds. There's a lot of
you
this
guys
is
brought
earbud
that
music.
up.
Yeah.
There is a
Darling Nikki is great.
there is a very strong chance that not only your parents, but your grandparents may be incredibly familiar with this music already.
Yeah.
Because
My-
they were freaks. Yeah.
Now,
Maybe. Yeah.
my son-in-law, Eris, Stevie's husband, is more into Prince than I am.
And how old is he?
Well, he's not 28 yet, but he'll be 28 soon.
That's
And-
amazing.
His father is, I think, a week or two younger than me. And he is a lot more of a Prince fan than his son or myself will ever even try to be.
Wow.
That's remarkable, really.
Yeah. Oh,
Thank
big
God.
time. Big time Prince guy. He's got stuff I don't have. He's like actively still. He was over here because he's an HVAC guy. He was doing some work on my water heater, and his phone rang, and I looked down, and his screensaver was the symbol. Like, whoa! So, yeah, he ain't playing. So
No, he
he's
ain't.
big into it. He's met a lot of those folks. They have Greek family restaurants, and when the revolution's in town, they have an open invite to go there and eat, and he feeds them, and they sit and they talk and hang out. I mean, it's that kind of thing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but
Did you ever
anyway,
ask him what made him that much of a fan at that young age? Or no?
no.
No?
You know, I kind of get it. I was doing it in a little different way than he was doing it, but he was doing his thing. But yeah, it gets weird when you start talking about Prince with other Prince fans. We all at this point, I think we all have our own personal likes and dislikes and opinions on things.
I guess.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, I think I approached it more on a personal level. It was for me. It wasn't necessarily for my audiences as a DJ, although some of it did end up there, but most of it was just kind of for my personal enjoyment, which is kind of nice to have something you like as a music lover instead of something that you feel like is work. You know, it's like I just bought this because I want to hear it, not because I think anybody else does, nor do I care if anybody else wants to hear it. I want to hear it, and I like it, and that's okay. And I don't know that we do that as often as we should. I think it's a really healthy thing to do, to enjoy music and check things out and do it,
100%.
you know, not just because you think somebody else might want to do it. Do it because you want to do it. And that's what Prince has always kind of been for me. So, but anyway, that's
By the way, the symbol, I liked it better when it was on the cover of Agents of Fortune by Blue Oyster Cult. I'm just saying.
And that's where Eminem came up with that lyric in Without Me, saying, ever since Prince turned himself into a symbol, right? Maybe.
probably.
Or
Exactly where
Yeah,
it came from. Yeah.
yeah.
Eric, I'm G. I'm a silent G like lasagna.
Sagna.
No, because all right, whatever. I'll let Brian end the show because
Yeah.
I brought that question up off air and nobody can answer it. But
Well, yeah, of
And-
course. What else would it be?
yeah.
The symbol, I guess, from what I remember, and it was a long time ago when I even saw anything on this, it's a symbol that you find in alchemy, which is the study of elements, and it's gold. It's a symbol for gold from some ancient Egyptian script. That's what I think it is, or part of it. Part of it is that anyway. So who knows?
It's AU for you kids on the periodic table.
And with that, I'm going to put a fork in this. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah.
We'll see you next
Shut
time.
Jay's camera up, will you? No.
Yeah, get out of here.